Welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 10.2. I'm an old guy gaming. And let's see, first thing in this episode, I might sound a little bit different to you guys. The reason being is my mixer board messed up. It's not working right, so I got to figure out, what's going on with it, try and get it fixed. So I'm recording this through a different audio interface. And so I might sound a little bit different, but hopefully, it still sounds okay. In this episode, we are going to work on getting our farm going. I'm going to do most of the work for that off camera, but at least I'll kind of get started with you guys. The other thing, too, is that we got a damaged block there. I have finished my upgrades to the camo miner. So let's take a look at that. And we're also going to run down to the water generator and get a batch of water and refuel that while we're at it. So let's grab some of these little fuels. The fusion cells there need to go in our capital vessel. So let's run over that direction and get that taken care of. Hope you guys are having a good day, and hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll look at the miner in just a second. I just want to put this, I want to put these fusion cells on the cap ship. So let's see. We're just kind of putting everything in number one, I suppose, right now. And I got a couple other things I need to put away in the base too, but I'll do that later. Okay, so let's take a look at the miner. So we've basically updated this miner. I had to put a little bit more of an extension on the back, and I used some of the new blocks to do this. So, so it wasn't like completely square, blocky looking. But basically behind this we have pentaxid tank, we have 2 more fuel tanks, and we have the shield generator. So that's pretty much what we added. Oh, we also added a wireless device to this, and had to add a couple more, or had to actually reposition some of the weight blocks, the mass blocks, whatever the hell they're called, so we can get this pretty level. So it sits pretty level right now. It just barely kind of leans to the right, just a tad. And that's probably because I do have a mass block, a light mass block on the right, because I put the wireless on the left. So it does seem to be affecting that just a little bit. I mean, not enough to really worry about. I mean, that was after about 20 seconds, and it just barely nudged it. So I'm really not worried about that, to be honest with you. I think it's fine the way it is. But anyway, so she's upgraded now. So she's got the shield generator. We got to go to the moon too, and we got to get ourselves some more pentaxid. But let's fill this up with the little fuels. And then, yeah, but she still handles really good. I didn't have to add any more RCSs or any more thrusters or anything like that. And pretty happy with how the vessel turned out here. This is up on my Steam Workshop. It is Deluxe Miner version 3. The Camo Deluxe Miner version 3. So that is posted or published to the workshop for anybody that is interested in, using it. And this is the material costs here. So it does take some Erestrum and Zascosium. So it's not necessarily a cheap or early game vessel. You have to be 20 to make it too. But it's a very good, small, compact, capable mining vessel for mid to end game. And of course, it's got 1 turret on it, and it's got the mining laser. So and it's all combat steel. It's all made out of combat steel for the actual blocks themselves. So it's a pretty tough little miner. All right, and we are going to take it up to the moon here and get some stuff with it after we get our garden going. But I got to get a garden going because food's just been a real pain in the butt. Okay, let's grab the water out of here, and I think, well, you know what? Yeah, let's just put the big ones in. That way we get more production out of it. Okay. So let's head on back up to the mountain base here. Excuse me. We'll probably keep the other miner too, because I've already got a wood or a harvester on it, so that way, you know, the next time we need to get a big old batch of wood, we'll use that. Because this one's gonna live on the capital ship anyway. And so let's go ahead and park her on the chisel here. And we're gonna want to retract the turrets, so we have more clearance to get in here, because if we leave those open, it's a little tricky getting up, especially at that one spot right there. All right, let's back her up just a little bit, maybe about right here, and park the vessel. Okay. She looks a little bit weird with the turrets retracted, but you know, there's not much I can do about it. It's just the way it is. So I might. Oh, okay. Yeah, that sensor covers like this whole area here. Okay, so our mining vessel is ready to go. She does need some fuel though, so let's go into here and general store. I guess I still don't have a general storage box in this thing, do I? Okay. Well, normally what I do is I just store stuff in the ammo box. So we can continue that, because I don't really use this hovercraft for anything other than mining. You know, so we're gonna want some fuel in it. Let's actually put the little fuels in it. We are gonna want some O2, so I guess we'll put those in there. And that's really all we need. Oh, except for ammo. We do need ammo too. So let's get a batch of that going. We want to go to, we got to get back to the base constructor. Let's see, we're going to advanced constructor, and we want hovercraft, and I believe we want to make 15 mil bullets. So let's make 50 rounds, or 50 batches of those. That'll be 5,000, and then we'll keep those inside of the hovercraft. Okay, cool. Moving up in the world. We are moving up in the world. All right, so let's go on upstairs and let me show you what the general plan is for the farm. Just kind of scooch on up here. I've had to go up to the space station, you know, and buy food because I don't have any food. And I've got pretty good, you know, I got a lot of money, so I figured, well, what the hell, let's just go buy it. That way we don't have to mess with it. You know, spending time trying to pick seaweed and all that kind of business, which is typically what I, you know, normally would do. We actually, you know what, maybe we should try and actually bring the miner up here, because it could help with what we need to do. But anyway, the plan is that I'm gonna finish boring this out here, but I'm gonna create another little compartment over off to this side that we're going to use to create to make the space farm. All right, so let's get our epic drill here and make sure it's on resource, and we want to make sure we're more or less facing east, and just kind of start carving out here. So I'm not going to make a ginormous farm. It's going to be relatively compact, but just enough to get us some food. Now when I get to the point where I spawn in my big capital vessel ship, you know, that thing's capable of producing a lot of food. I designed it that way. You can have a really big farm on it, as far as capital vessels go. But of course the chisel does not have any crop plots on it, because it's just it's a more basic ship basically. So okay, so that's kind of what I can do, with one trip, well, one-ish trip through, with the hand drill, with the epic hand drill. Let's go grab the miner and see how it compares to the hand, to the epic hand drill. So we'll scooch on back down here. I parked it in the ship, and then it's like, wait a minute, you got to use it, man. You got to use it. I widened this out a little bit too, because I noticed that the capital ship was hitting it when I was trying to dock. So right, let's jump back in this guy. And back out of here. It's a little bit weird getting out of here sometimes because of that little corner right there where the turret is. Okay, let's bring those out. And then we want to come down this way. Not exactly like that, though. I mean, you know, that is one way to do it, right? But that wasn't exactly what I had in mind. Oh, for Pete's frickin' sake. I'm hungry again. We actually need to go up the hillside this way to get up here. Alright. Okay, so let's now do a little comparison here, and we'll have the laser drills. Let's get back, you know, down relatively low here. I'm going to need to make a separate switch for my for the turret. Yeah, I would say this is still a touch faster, for sure. And I think too, you know, let's get down. My camera's all jacked up now. Oh, come on, game, son of a bitch. All right, well, whatever. Let's get down, you know, fairly low, but not low enough to dock. All right, so now we're a little bit stuck-ish. That's the thing that frustrates me about this game. I love this game, don't get me wrong, but man, when the camera angle gets messed up when you're mining like this, it just can really be a pain in the frickin' ass. Part of the problem too, I think, is my Gatling's getting stuck. So you know what? Let's fix that right now. Let's fix that right now. So we're going to create a custom switch. We're just going to call it turret, okay? And then we're going to take our turret and assign it to turret. There we go. So that way we can turn that off without turning off the you know, the mining lasers. Okay, come on, get unstuck. There we go. There you go. See, you know, that wasn't so hard, was it? All right. So yeah, these Tech 2 mining lasers are still pretty good stuff. Still pretty good stuff. For sure. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to starve. No, we're not going to starve. We're going to go into here, base, and to fridge, and eat some ratatouille. I got a spider up here? What the hell? You little son of a bitch. All right. He wants to go, huh? Let's do it. Stop the cockpit. Grab the shotty. Come here, you little bastard. There we go. How the hell did he get in here? He must have followed us in. Well, hey, you know what, though? He brought us some meat, so there is that. There is that. Let's put that meat right on in here. We'll throw that stuff in there, too. Actually, let's throw the water in there, too, so we don't need that. And we'll put this in the input, and we're going to put all of this stuff in the output, and this should go in the input. And there we go. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue carving out this little area here. Probably won't go any further that way, but we probably should go a little bit higher maybe. And I might still use the hand drill to kind of, you know, fine-tune it, so to speak. And then I'm going to build a farm, and when that's done, then I'm going to come over here, and we're going to carve out more of this. So we have, you know, kind of a hangar in the mountain. I'm not planning on pressurizing the hangar. We'll have to pressurize the farm, of course. But not really planning on pressurizing the hangar, because that's just going to be a, you know, parking spot for our ships and hover vessels and stuff that you know, we're going to keep here on the planet. So anyway, how is our time doing? How is our time doing? We've got about 15 minutes left. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to pause the video and keep working on this, and then I'll bring you back at some point and with an update, and we'll go from there. Okay, so see you in a bit. All right, guys. So I've got most of the major carving finished. So this is the farm side, and almost all of this was done with the hovercraft. So we got a little bit deeper down here than I had wanted to, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. If we have to double up on a couple blocks, we will, because we're just going to use the cheap concrete blocks anyway for this. And you know, I probably could even take that part of the mountain out if I wanted to, but I don't think we need to. I think it'll be okay to, excuse me, just use that much. And then this cavern is larger, and carve this out, of course, to park extra small vessels, hovercraft, and that sort of thing. And then that tunnel goes back even further. If you know, if at some point in the future, I actually dug that a long time ago, but you know, if we want to expand this even just a little bit more. But I think we're down low enough now that where we can start laying some concrete blocks. So let's take care of the greenhouse side first. I've got 203 concrete blocks here, and another 121 there. We got quite a bit of material from the hovercraft. So let's see, camo miner, over a stack and a half there of stone, so that's good. And we'll put that in the input. And let's go ahead and make, excuse me, a few hundred more rather, just normal concrete blocks. So yeah, maybe we'll make about 400 more of those, because I'm always using them for stuff. All right, so let's get the farm done first. So we'll hop in here, and we're basically just gonna lay down like a whole plane of blocks here, as many as the game will let us do. So yeah, I think those are all pretty much well, no, we do have a little bit of a gap here. I don't think that's really a problem though, but let's take a look at this. Yeah, that's not really a problem. It wouldn't, I guess it wouldn't hurt though if we popped in a couple of supporting blocks. If it, yeah, so let's put one there and maybe one there. Okay. Now I got the drone stuck. Can't talk today. Okay, so let's see. I want to let's widen this out too. And we might even widen things out over here a little bit more as well. At least to that point. There we go. Okay, and let's get this corner cleared. We're going to enclose, of course, this whole thing because it has to be sealed. Not for air purposes, but for temperature purposes it does. So I really do like the new hand drills in Alpha 10 though, and the Epic even more than the normal. That thing can move some serious material. Okay, I think we're okay on this side. We could even, you know, do one more block this way. Why don't we? Why don't we? We'll get that going there. Perfect. Okay, now we want to put up walls for the farm. Let's see, that needs to come out to there, I think. And I'll probably do the whole front end in glass just because it looks kind of cool. And let's see, do these buggers have output? Are these airtight? Yes, they are. Okay. So actually, we're going to pick up some of these back off the ground again. But what we need to do is we need to make sure that we're too high here. And I just want to make sure that I can do that without, you know, running into problems with the terrain, because Alpha 10 doesn't like to let you clip too far into the terrain, unlike older versions of Empyrion, which let you pretty much put a block several blocks deep into terrain. Okay, let's put a back wall up here, and then we can turn the structural integrity off. We don't need to keep looking at that. And then let's do a ceiling plane over to there. We missed that. We missed that part. But we can scooch back in here with the drone and finish that out. There we go. Beautiful. And then what I'll do here is I'll just, like I said, I'll put some glass up so it looks kind of nice on the front. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I'm just gonna lay down a bunch of concrete blocks, but I'm not gonna enclose that part. But I'll probably do that off camera because that's pretty basic stuff. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to figure out our crop plots. And well, let's see. We need to make 3x3 for the light. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that would leave, you know, if we went one more over, we could do 3 by 3s. What about this direction? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's about right, because then that way we can have the glass face inward and we'll have like a little walkway in front. And that way it's not blocking, you know, any vessels that we bring in outside. So that's about right. I think, though, I would actually like to go one more this way. Okay, so we widen that out. So that way we can get 3 3x3s across. Now we basically have to just pick everything back up, going back this way, because everything inside here is going to be crop plots. We pick up to that spot there. And if I had, you know, if I was utilizing more space, I would make some walkways between them, but in this case, I'm not going to do it. Whoa, here, pick that up. We might as well fill that in if it'll let us. There, okay. Now, this might be just a smidge high. So let's just bring that down a little bit. Same here, too. Oh, we kind of cut into the cavern down below there. Let's fix that with the filler tool. There we go. That should be good enough. And we'll carve this down just a smidge too. Smidge is a real world word, if you guys didn't know that. Okay, that's probably good. All right, so I only made 20 crop plots, so we're probably going to need more than that. But let's just see how many we can get in with 20. Oh, that's it. Okay, so we're going to need probably another 35-ish, I'm thinking. Something like that. So let me get those made up, and let me also get the glass made up for this, and then and the lights in place and all that, and then I'll be back in just a bit, okay? Okay, guys, I'm back. While I was waiting for the rest of the stuff to cook up, I went ahead and paved the little hangar area out here, so this is good. I might do a little more trimming up on the ceiling, but for the most part, I think we're in pretty good shape here. So now we have room to bring in the little stealth fighter and some other ships, you know, and park them in here so they're a little safer. Okay, so let's see. The first thing we want to do here is put a door in. And we'll use, let's use, is that airtight? That is not, that's not either. Yeah, let's use one of these new jobs here. It doesn't really matter to me which one it is. We'll do that one. Okay, and then the rest of the windows are in place. Now what we've got to do is we've got to get the rest of the crop plots down. And then this room should be sealed and good to go. So we'll get those in place. Boom. All right. So I'm looking at my temperature. It is 71 degrees Fahrenheit in here, which is exactly what we wanted to see. It's not raining in here either, which also indicates that the place is sealed. And that's what we wanted to see. All right. Now, let's get our grow lights in place. So we want to... Oh, did they change these? Yeah, they do look different. That's cool. So we need one there, and we need one here. And then likewise, we want to go here. And we want to go here. Same thing here. We want to be right in the middle of the 3x3. Put that one up, and right in the middle of this 3x3. There we go. And that should give us all the grow lights we need. And we should make be able to make a nice little crop in here. I'm not going to get too fancy with it, though, in terms of, you know, decorating and that sort of thing, because, you know, this is just something we got to do. So, yeah, we won't get too fancy schmancy with it. We do need to put a ventilator in place. Well, I don't think we need to, but we probably should, just to be on the safe side. So for that, let's put it... Where do we want to put this? Maybe right up in the center... There, maybe? Okay. Well, except for that wasn't the center. Okay, let's try that again. So we'll put this in the center. The center. Right there. And we'll put a block back in place to cover that up. There we go. Okay, so we're sealed, we're lit up, and we should be ready for some crops. Now, I don't know, do I have any seeds with me? We might go visit the town and just buy seeds off. Oh, I do have some things. Let's just plant whatever we currently have. And we could probably actually make some stuff too. Let's look at that real quick. It's about time to let you guys go, though. Where is the food processor? Right here. Okay, so we want to look at seeds. So we can't make any seeds. Why? Oh, we need more nutrient solution. We should have that in the input. Yeah, we only have 16, so yeah, we do need more nutrient solution, actually. But let's put what we do have in the fridge, because that's the input for our thing here. Oh, we got some tomato sprouts, too. I'm not going to be too terribly worried, guys, about having the right ratios and all that. I just don't want to put that much effort into it for here, because this isn't ultimately going to be our main base. In fact, the blacklight, my big capital ship's actually going to be our main base once we get that in. And like I had indicated earlier, that's got a really large farm on it, even bigger than this one. Anyway, let's see. So we want to go back to here, and back to here, and to here. Okay, so let's see. We already have in our inventory, what is that? An alien honey. Yeah, it probably wouldn't hurt to make one of those. So let's make one of those. This is an aloe vera. We could make one of those. Fiber, a coffee plant, and a space kava. I think these two do the same thing. That has a crop yield of 1. That has a crop yield of 1. 34 minutes, 30 minutes. So this one grows just a smidge faster. I don't think we need plant fibers because, I mean, you know, we can just get that from wood. So let's go with those, and then we'll see where we're at after that. What's this? This is a parathene sprout, corn sprout, tomato sprout. Well, we already have a fiber. A blue pepper. So yeah, let's just start planting these. I'm going to be somewhat random with them for now. And as we continue to get more crops, you know, once I have enough to kind of fill the whole place, then I'll get a little more organized with how, you know, how I'm planting these. And we'll probably go, like I said, go visit the Talon and just buy a bunch of seeds from them, rather than, you know, take the time to try and gather up all the stuff that we need for it. Oh, because I'm lazy, man. Excuse me, guys. I'm tired. It's like really late. It's like 1:30 in the morning. But it is Friday, at least. Well, Saturday morning now, but you know what I mean. Let's put the 2 alien honeys right there. We'll put the 2 aloe veras right here. And we'll put the space caves here. Okay, so what do we need for making veggies? We need vegetables and spice. So spice is the thing that and veggies are the things that we really need. And I like to plant pumpkins, and you know, pumpkins take longer to grow, but they have more yield. And so it only makes sense to grow stuff that's faster if you're going to be there constantly harvesting it. But if you're, you know, if you're not going to be there right when everything's ready to pick every time, then pumpkins make more sense to me, because when I do get around to pick it, I'm going to get more stuff, right? So that's kind of my, you know, my logic behind all that. So we'll probably go buy a bunch of pumpkin sprouts and a bunch of spice sprouts from the Talon to fill most of the rest of this up, so that we can make a bunch of canned veggies, which I still think are probably the best overall food in the game. Unless they've changed that in Alpha 10. I haven't really paid that much attention to it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, farm is done, finally. So happy about that. We could, if we wanted to, just for the hell of it, we could put a light up there. And do I like that, though? I don't know. I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that. Let's instead pull... We should have some lights. Yeah, let's grab one of these. We'll put those grow lights back in there. And we'll just put a light there, and a light there, and a light there. Give us some light here in the cavern. We can't really put one on there, can we? Okay. We could put, if we carefully... what am I looking for? I'm looking for my drill. I am like so tired right now. Okay, let's just kind of carefully pop that, and just carefully pop that, because what we can do now is we can do this. Yeah, just one. I think just one there is fine. Okay, cool. So it's getting a little better in here. Could maybe even paint some lines at some point, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. If we take this and turn the lights off, and turn my light off. Oh, that's kind of neat looking with the volumetric lighting. It's actually really neat looking. I like that. That's very cool. Nice work, Elian. The volumetric lighting is really, actually, it is pretty neat. It can be a bit of a pain in the butt, though, sometimes, too, because, you know, it can get kind of hazy, but it's a fun effect that they have. I could make those brighter, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. All right, guys, it's time for us to end this episode. Actually, it was a couple minutes ago. So what I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to go visit the Talon, buy some seeds from them, bring them back, get them planted, so, you know, that's going. And then I think the main goal for the next episode is for us to take our miner up to the moon and get and mine out some meteorites. And now that we have this, excuse me, I might end up just mining the entire moon out, and then that way everything that we get up there will be meteorites. And by the way, I'm super low on magnesium too, so we need to get that. So that's probably what's coming up in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Come and hang out with us on Discord. Come and hang out with me on a live stream. We do live stream several times on Twitch, and you can find the links to both of those places in the About section of the YouTube channel. Guys, have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.